Last week we visited an IT powerhouse. Last week we visited an IT powerhouse, Iris Software, and took a look.
Partnered by Times Influence.
Last week we visited an IT powerhouse, Iris Software, and took a look at their long-lasting association with TechGig code Gladiators. And what is the significance of coding in payment solutions? We visited Pine Labs to decode their success mantra.
Nearly 40% of the country's IT industry is concentrated here. We have the highest number of software professionals in the world. Yes, you guessed it right, we are in the Silicon Valley of our country, Bengaluru. We are at the headquarters of one of the leading IT firms in the world. A global leader in technology services and consulting, we welcome you to Infosys. And to give us more insight into the world of Infosys, I'm joined by Srikantan Murthy, Executive Vice President at Infosys. Thank you so much, Stan, for joining us on this episode.
My pleasure.
So, let me begin by asking you this incredible journey of Infosys. Obviously everybody talks about this IT giant. And what is so special about Bengaluru that gives that impetus to IT companies to really flourish?
I think the fact that Bangalore is home to some of the best educational institutions that have good programs on computer science and software engineering, thereby creating talent, is one reason. Bangalore is also home to a lot of both global and domestic technology companies that employ a lot of our software engineers from across the country. I think it's a combination of a good entrepreneurial ecosystem and the availability of talent that makes Bangalore a favored IT destination for most companies.
So Infosys has pretty much gone through every technology revolution that has happened in the country, especially the current one with the whole digital wave taking the nation by storm. Can you talk about the evolution of the space?
Yeah, I think when we talk to clients, it's clear that for clients across industries, their business models are going through massive disruptions because of seismic shifts in technology. Right? That's really what is happening there, and I think for us to be relevant to them, we need to go through our own transformation. So at Infosys, we have embraced this whole transformation journey by looking at three things: automation, innovation, and education. So we have gone from being a pure services firm to a software plus services. Our NIA platform, which is built on AI, is an offering that helps bring automation for our clients. Our zero distance initiative helps us bring innovation to our clients. And all the investments that we have made on the education part helps us raise the competence of our people.
This space is so cutthroat and there is so much competition here with every business becoming a technology business. So how do you make sure that Infosys is one of the most preferred IT brands to work in?
Yeah, so software is the business for most firms now, right? Because that is what is driving business. What that means is that every individual has to have the capability to work across technologies, work as what we call the full stack developer. The difference to a client comes from our ability not only to bring together these technologies to solve the complex problems that they have, but also be able to tell clients where newer problems could come from, for which these technologies can be used.
So, talking about capabilities and newer technologies, that brings me to my question about your association with TechGig Code Gladiators, which is one of the biggest coding contests in the country. What was the idea behind this association?
I think Code Gladiators is a great platform for identifying the next generation of talent, the ones that we wanted to identify as we grew our business. It is required not only for our industry in India, but also for the global competitiveness of our own people. My expectation is that we will be able to showcase the talent that India has in these newer technologies much more through these competitions, and therefore be able to attract more and more technically complex work for India to execute.
Well, on that note, thank you so much, Stan, for joining us on this interview. Pleasure talking to you.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm an Infosys and I'm all set to take part in the TechGig Code Gladiator contest.
I am an Infosys and I'm all set for the Code Gladiator event.
I'm an Infosys and I'm up for Code Gladiators finale.
India's top coders assembled for the largest coding contest. And once again, these ace coders also geared up for the much talked about Beat the Leader award this year. Presented by Infosys, this award witnessed participation from numerous coders. Beat the Leader contest went on for 10 days in a row and gave coders a chance to participate in any of the 10 programming languages tests ranging from C, CPP, Python, JavaScript and many more. The most optimized code won a prize money of Rs 1,50,000 and was declared as the winner for this category. One of the winners from last year's contest, Dilip Kasana, returned this year as well to test his skills in the Beat the Leader contest.
बीट द लीडर बोर्ड काफ़ी चैलेंजिंग था, उसमें 4 प्रॉब्लम्स थी और ऑफिस जाने के बाद में सारी रात बीट द लीडर बोर्ड करना होता था. बीट द लीडर बोर्ड में सॉल्यूशन काफ़ी डिफ़िकल्ट था और डिफ़िकल्ट कंटेस्ट था काफ़ी.
Some Infosians participated in the Beat the Leader award, while some were eyeing the grand prize.
This is an opportunity that where we can, or at least I can, work on actively on something different than other than the usual work what we do.
I'm now joined by Mohammad Rafi Tarafdar from Infosys. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on this special episode.
Thank you to have me on the show.
So let me begin by asking you about the work culture of Infosys. Everybody talks about it, and I was interacting with some employees here, and they have this whole proud feeling of being an Infosian. So I want you to talk to us about what is this whole idea.
Sure. So I've been with Infosys now for about 13 years. And I think it's a very proud feeling to be an Infosys. And today, if you look at our culture, the culture is all about innovation, right? So, and we are working with a lot of our clients in doing a lot of incremental, adjacent and disruptive innovation. And it's not only about, trying to solve the problems, but it's also about trying to find the right problems that can help solve some of our customers' bigger problems. And so you would see a lot of energy in the campus, you will see a lot of passion among Infosians because everybody is excited about working on new innovative kind of work and projects.
I want to ask you about, you've associated yourself with also Code Gladiators, which is one of the biggest coding contests in the country. And the theme this year was all about celebrating coding. So what is your idea on this theme?
Celebration of code for us today is it's not just about writing code, because I believe anybody can write code, but about writing code that can handle billions of transactions, that can deliver sub-second or millisecond response times, that is fault tolerant, that is always available, always on, and more importantly, written in fewest lines possible.
I wanted to know, about your association with Code Gladiators. A, what was the idea behind it? And B, choosing a category like Beat the Leader. What is that all about?
Sure. So I think about a few months back, we started this whole Power Programmer initiative within Infosys, and the Power Programmers, in our view, are essentially full stack developers who are good coders, who are hackers, and who are also polyglots, who know multiple technologies. And Code Gladiators is a great platform that today supports 50 different languages, and you have a number of different events geared towards different technologies. Now, the reason we picked up Beat the Leaders is because this is like a leaderboard challenge conducted over a period of 10 days, and we thought if we need to find some of the best coders and some of the best talent and recognize them, then what best way that to give them a number of different algorithmic challenges, let them fight for it. Its whole beauty of the Beat the Leader is that you have a set of challenges that have been lined up, and every coder gets a number of opportunities in order to do better. And then over a period of these 10 days, you perform different coding challenges, and whoever turns out to be the best is recognized. So, you get to test the different aspects of a coder or a programmer over a period of these days.
So finally, let me ask you, what are your expectations from Code Gladiators this year? And going forward, how would you like to see the contest evolve and, get into bigger scheme of things?
Sure. So I think my key expectation from Code Gladiators this season is to find some of our best coders out there in our country. I think going forward, what I would expect to see is a lot more scale. I think over a period of time, I see a number of over 1 lakh or more than that programmers taking these hackathon events. I would like to see more and more adoption of the platform.
Sure.
I would like to see more topics being covered. I think today you covered 20 odd different streams, but the pace at which technology is evolving, we would see a lot more streams coming up. So I would also like to see those streams being covered more into the platform.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and I wish you all the best for the contest.
Thank you so much.
Well, on that note, it's time to take a short break, but on the other side, we get you more insights into the world of coding. Stay tuned.